side, Korea and France. See Canada going with Stephen Dubois, Felix Roussel, Courtney Sereau, and Danae Blais. Natalia Malashevska will start things off for Poland. Berenice Cambi for France. And Lee So-Yoon for Korea. Korea going really heavy. Hwang Dae-han, Im Jong-un, and Kim Gil-lee.
Go to the start. Ready.
Malashevska, Nicolas Mazur, Felix Pigeon, and Łukasz Kuczynski, and they don't get around the corner, so
Lee So-Yoon and Beatrice Combi there going shoulder to shoulder on that contact. Both skaters quickly rushing over to see their equipment managers and coaches and get their blades checked out.
Berenice Cambi, her skates looked at. She was turned 20 until May. World Junior silver medal in the 500 meters back in 2024. Made her World Tour debut in 2025. Yeah, just like in the 500 or any event really, if they don't make it through the corner, just clicks of the blades and such, they bring it back.
And if you haven't watched short track in a while, the rule used to be that it would only get called back once it was up to the apex. A few years ago, they changed the rule so that it was up to the 7th block, which is the last block of the first corner in case there's contact.
So she's getting a second look. Skate Tech on the Italian side there. This French side does a lot of their training alongside the Italians in Bormio. So sharing of resources a little bit. Also, always good to train with other elite competitors, and the French and Italian skaters often on social media picturing with each other, very close friends off the ice as well. We'll see how take two goes. Sereau, Malashevska, Lee, and Cambi.
Go to the start. Ready.
And Cambi jumps up into third, and everybody does get through this time. It is Sereau in front, Malashevska, Cambi, and Lee. 2.5 laps before the first exchange. It will be Danae Blais, Nicolas Mazur, Chloé Olivier, and Kim Gil-lee. So Olivier warming up for this one. She had her shoulder wrapped up. She was in a sandwich crunch into the mats yesterday, but she is back and ready to go. Everybody through the first exchange just fine.
Mazur taking a look up the inside. It's not there. Danae Blais holding her off.
Felix Roussel, Łukasz Kuczynski. It is Im Jong-un first, and Etienne Bastier for France. And there is the move, Kuczynski on Roussel, and he is able to hold it. Great move by Poland.
Im Jong-un really wide outside there, looking for an opportunity. Nothing presenting itself yet.
Kuczynski defending that inside line, and it's Pigeon, Dubois, Hwang Dae-han, and Quentin Falcoq, and there's Falcoq on the move for third.
Now Dubois jumping up the inside, regaining the lead for Team Canada.
Passing all over the ice, second time around for the women coming up. Sereau, Malashevska, Cambi, and Lee. Anybody's race right now. Cambi feeling it into second.
Great move up the inside from Cambi, but was that Lee So-Yoon goes down. Kim Gil-lee tagging up.
Kim there, as Tyler mentioned, to tag up. And a great opportunity for France or Poland here to get into an A final.
Well, this creates some separation from the Canadians, but the French team is charging. Chloé Olivier closing this gap down.
Olivier closing in on Danae Blais, Bastier, and Roussel, but don't count out Kuczynski for Poland.
Real speed trap from Felix Roussel, just really far out wide.
One more exchange to come. Dubois, and he will have Martin Feldkoch, who is in a rich vein of form right now. Feldkoch looking like the man we know, but Pigeon is applying the pressure instead on second. Feldkoch now trying to defend, and in he goes to the max. And that will get a review, but Dubois will take the Canadians to the A final, and Pigeon will cross in second. And in the end, it is the Korean side, Hon Dae-hon, getting up for third. And I'm not sure, did Combi tag in for Feldkoch? And there's always that confusion in the mixed relay on who should tag in. Whoa. Wow. But that move with Pigeon, so one of those situations, Pigeon was coming. He was right all over the back of Feldkoch, and I'm wondering if Feldkoch just tried to defend and hope for a bump. I'm not sure, but that's for them to decide. But what a race.
Well, certainly a bit later of a pass attempt from Pigeon on Quentin Furcock. We got to look back, get the replay, try to watch the track pattern of Quentin Furcock. Was an aggressive shift outside to in, but it felt a little bit later to me. So I did feel that Quentin Furcock still had that lead position at the time of that pass attempt from Felix Pigeon.
It would be a possible failure to give way is what they're looking at, but
well, early in this race, great pass from Quentin Furcock to get up Hon Dae-hon to move the French team into third. Here's that move from Beatrice Combi, making it stick, and that's when the Korean team goes down. Here's a look again.
Now was Pigeon through is the big question, or was he through too late? It's a possible failure to give way. As I mentioned, they get that angle before we do. All the drama going on.
Thibaut Fauconnet, the French coach.
You look down at Marc Gagnon, though, just delicately clapping his hands as it was drama-free largely for the Canadians.
Well, that's just the advantage of when you can get out front and you can get clear some of that drama.
For an announcement, but perhaps not, because they are going back there to double check things.
Well, if there's a possible advancement here in a penalty to Poland, we could see 6 teams
Gulp
in the A final, which would just be an outright. There would be no B final.
There would be no B final. And it's always a possibility, but it's something I don't think we've seen B finals with 2 skaters before. Earlier this year, there was...
Well, both teams are penalized, though, so
right.
They won't continue.
There would be no B final. Exactly. But yeah, I just remember the B final this year between Natalini and Kreuzberg's head-to-head. And that was a fun weekend, fun race in Gdansk. But yeah, if there's 2 penalties, there is no B final. So you could go down. Claim victory.
So again, this afternoon on the schedule, starting at 1:15, we'll have
well, we're all waiting anxiously
1:35 p.m.
alongside the coaches at the side of the ice, waiting for the official decision.
Either way, someone will be happy, others may not be happy, but again, I respect so much the officials who choose to do that, because so much rides on this. And I do not have the constitution to stand up to that kind of scrutiny.
Looks like we're ready. Let's hear it from the referee.
Here we go.
Final decision, penalty 14 Poland, and then penalty 14 France.
And so there is the penalty. Oh goodness, the French got a penalty for one skater missing their transponder. So of all things.
Okay, so this was the penalty on that inside. Failure to give way, pass attempt from Felix Pigeon, just too late trying to make it happen. However, the transponder missing. So if you aren't familiar with transponders, prior to the race, all the skaters are given transponders. They have to wear them on the ankles. That's how they track them lap times on the ice. and it's a required piece of the equipment, which if you're missing is a penalty. And we see that sometimes in long track and in short track as well here.
So some embarrassment a little bit. Whoops. It happens. We are all human, but unfortunate for the French this time, as it could have been an opportunity in an A final. But if there's something to take from that, is they are looking pretty good heading into the offseason. It will be fun to see how they continue building into the new year. And so there's a look. It's still 5 teams in the A final, which will be, well, chaotic in a word, I suppose.